All right, so I picked up this dude from the airport. He was like a businessman. He said he was from Ireland or whatever, but it was something wrong with this fool as soon as he got in the car. But I was new. I was green as fuck. Like I was wet behind the ears. I was fucking a new like a new motherfucker on this shit. So I didn't really recognize like the signs, but one of the red flags that he gave off as soon as he got in like was that as soon as he got in the car, he didn't let me even get my app going. He just straight starts demanding me, like me to start going and telling me which turn to make and all this type of stuff. And I was like, yo, if I just follow this guy's directions, he's gonna give me a good score. He might give me a tip or something. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna sweat it. Wrong. So anyway, he's like, you're gonna pick up my friend. He's on the international side of the airport. So I'm like, all right. So I'm thinking the international side's like 5 minutes away. It's not a big deal. But the international side was a good distance. It was a really, really good distance away from where I was. It was like, I don't know, like 12 minutes to get there. Maybe even it was like, might have even been like about 15 minutes. So I get there, and now he's got his buddy in the car, and now he's getting even more like demanding, like the way like he grabs his friend's luggage, and I didn't even think about this. I'm saying if I'm about to go pick somebody else up, I really don't have enough space in my trunk like that because I don't know, you know what I'm saying, how many bags this next guy has, and then I'm gonna have two people in the car, and I don't know, like, you know what I mean. But so he starts taking his friend's luggage, and he's jamming it into the car like real hard into the back, you know what I mean? And I think he was scraping some of my stuff. And I'm just like, wow. Like I'm sitting there, you know what I'm saying? I'm new. I'm just like, wow. You know what I mean? I'm in awe at like how disrespectful this guy is. I kind of had some of my stuff back there in my trunk, by the way. So I'm thinking like some of my stuff's getting smushed. I don't have a lot of stuff, just a little bit of, just a few items, you know what I mean? And so they hop back in the front, and he's still on the hey, now drive, you know what I mean? Like and he's just being rude, you know what I mean? So I start driving, and he starts talking about his work his coworkers or whatever. He's like, man, I was gonna let this guy have it, you know how I get, he's talking like that. So anyway, his friends like trying to calm him down or whatever, or they're talking about all this type of this stupid stuff. And then in the middle of the ride, he's like, because I changed the station, and then as soon as I changed the station, he's like, "Thank you. You know your music was really loud back here, and we were trying to talk. So, I actually find it kind of rude that your music is so loud. So thank you for turning it down." And I'm just like, yeah, okay. You know what I'm saying? I'm just now at this point, I'm just ready to get this guy out the car, and his friend is looking at him like the same way, even though I know they're on the same team. His friend is shocked at how rude this guy is being. Like it's just so weird that you would act that way, like, because the music wasn't that loud, bro. Like the music wasn't loud at all, which is something I had to learn to make sure I fade the music up to the front of the car rather than just keeping it neutral, because you know what I'm saying, some people like that. He's the only person I ever had complain, but after he complained, I changed that. But anyway, the music wasn't that loud even without that. Like it wasn't nowhere near being loud. But so anyway, I'm driving or whatever, and I finally get him back to his place, and then he's like, um, what do you say? Like he says thank you or something like that, And I was like, all right, yeah. I was like, okay, or something like that. I didn't say you're welcome. I just said okay. And then he's like, what? Like he wants to fight. Like he was acting like he was like, don't you disrespect me, boy. You know what I'm saying? Like talking because I'm black. That's what that was about. Because he's coming to this country and he knows like America's like a white supremacist country, and so they think they're gonna just run over you like all the black people are these are ex-slaves. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just gonna talk down to you. And since I'm in a business suit and I worked at some corporate job and you're doing Uber, then you just got to take it. Like you're just nobody to me, you know? That's how he was handling it. Like that's how he was talking to me. Like, "What? Don't you talk to me like that?" And I just like, "Okay." Or no, you know what I said? I said, "Yeah." He said, "Thank you." I was like, "Yeah." I didn't say anything. I didn't say you're welcome. I just said, "Yeah." And he was like, "What?" But anyway, so he gets out of the car and he takes his stuff, his luggage out, and he slams my trunk, and he just walks off laughing or whatever, like. And he's not laughing at me. He's laughing at the fact that he's just slammed my trunk and I can't really do anything about it. You know what I mean? But yeah. So that was like probably like one of my more aggressive rides. But other than that, everything was all my other rides have been really cool though.